Greetings from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has a relatively good health status compared to many other nations, and it's partly due to competent and efficient healthcare professionals. In our faculty, the University of Colombo, we have embarked on a program to introduce humanities and the arts to our students. Colombo Medical School began in 1870, and we had a very traditional discipline-based curriculum. In 1995 or so, we introduced a more integrated curriculum and an infusion of behavioral sciences, and that included teaching learning experiences in communication skills, ethics, professionalism, and so on. At that stage, arts and humanities were outside the curriculum. It was part of the hidden curriculum. In 2016, we made a momentous decision by establishing a Department of Medical Humanities. And during the discussions and workshops we held, we realized the importance of introducing the arts and humanities into the curriculum. But during the COVID pandemic, when there were lockdowns, Professor Panduka Karunanayaka came up with this concept of a Humanitas program.
What Humanitas tries to do is we use as our portal the arts and narrative, and with that we reach out to the emotions of the audience, and by affecting the emotions or by having an effect on emotions, we try to transform the person's ideas and values and attitudes, the outlook to life, worldview, and so on, because we feel that it's much more effective to try to transform a person through emotions rather than through very didactic learning. We started off very hesitatingly. We didn't know exactly what we should be doing. We tried more or less experimentally. Initially there was art and narratives, recorded narratives like interviews and so on, but the students were not very close to that. But little by little we got their feedback and we tried to reach out to them, and eventually the inclusion of the arts captured their hearts and they became involved.
We started the Humanitas program in the middle of the COVID pandemic, so we couldn't have on-site programs. We started as an online interactive webinar series. The first Humanitas program I remember was on the Express Pearl ship disaster, which affected severely the lives of the fishermen and the fishermen villages.
A cargo ship carrying chemicals is sinking off the coast of Sri Lanka.
So we went to those sites, spoke to those people, and we used local art reflecting the tribulations and the hardship of the fisherman's life, and used those also to heighten the emotions that are felt by that community.
අපි කොරෝනා ප්‍රශ්නයට මුහුණ දීගෙන ඉද්දිම දැන් නැවේ ප්‍රශ්නේ කිව්වා.
නැව විතරක් නෙමෙයි ගිනි ගත්තේ. අපේ පෞල් ජීවිතයටත් ගිනි ගත්තා වගේ තමයි.
අද ගියාම හෙට මොන හම්බෙයිද කියලා අපිට කියන්න බෑ.
දිවරයන් අසරණයි තමන්ගේ ආර්ථිකයට මේක බලපෑමක් වෙන නිසා.
අපිට ලොකු බඩේ පාරක් ගහවා වගේ වැඩක් තමයි උනේ මේ නෞකාව ගිලුණත් එක්ක.
This was followed by the second Humanitas program on linguicism and the features of colonization within our medical curricula.
It played a quite nice part in the students, I think, where the major language, the learning language in school is Sinhalese or Tamil, but the medical education done in English, and there are a lot of discrepancies among the students when they come to the universities, which I have faced among my friends when I was in the university myself. So that concept of normalizing that issues or like navigating that issues gives them courage to handle them.
Then we had another Humanitas program on the LGBTQI community of Sri Lanka. Most probably it is the first of its kind in a medical faculty in Sri Lanka to do so. So this was actually another look at their lives through art, cinema, songs, drama and so forth. Then we have also done another Humanitas program on being a family member of a cancer patient.
I have been watching these programs since the inception because I have a special interest in medical humanities, and I have also been a resource person for one of the programs, a program on cancer and how it affects not only the patient but the families. As a doctor, I think it is very important to be able to manage our feelings and to understand other person's feelings as well, because we have to deal with suffering. So this type of program where we bring in art to the teaching of medicine helps us to make sense of our emotions and to find new insights, find new awarenesses.
Well, a little acquaintance with a subject like dance may enhance a doctor's process to read the patient, to understand properly the patient. A simple gesture of a patient or an expression of a patient may lead to reading his feelings and his verbal expressions much better.
Kuzuzampo, I am Jarda Chetri, a Bhutanese 4th year medical student. I have been in medical faculty Colombo for 4 years now. As a Humanitas program also teach about the ideas and the emotions that are common in all the humanity, to my country, to your country, all other countries in this world. It has also made me think and realize that how can I become a better doctor in future and a human being. Like in our medical school, they teach us clinically how to approach our patients. But in this Humanitas program, it is teaching us how to approach our patient with heart and to understand their emotion so that we can treat them better.
Physician who has to deal with bodily ailments has to look at the patient's physiology. But a patient is not just made up of organs and the skin and bones and flesh and stuff like that, but also a person with a mind, with feelings. He has dreams, he has hopes, anxieties, fears, all kinds of things. So those are not things that you can always within the course of a few seconds or a few minutes detect through some kind of investigative process. You can't put a stethoscope or do some blood tests or scan and figure those things out. But to know what a patient might feel, what kind of person he is, would I think help in the development of the relationship between the doctor and the patient.
It was actually not mainly relevant to the medical studies. It was all about our lives, depends on our emotions. They were done brilliantly, that we are not mainly touching on medical studies. So it is really important us to understand patients and understand the cultures of the patients and the society, and it's more important to our career actually.
now today if you see the attendance is very high, even the other batches try to come and witness Humanitas programs, and most of the performances are now by students.
Some people ask me how is it changing? Is it changing this environment? Is it changing something in the medical students or the academics or others who watch the Humanitas program? My simple answer would be that the Humanitas program is about bringing art. Most of the things that are delivered through art and the emotions that are awakened are probably not measured by traditional means of data collection.
What I would like to see for the future is for more staff involvement, because in the end what we want is a change in the culture.
We are very hopeful because the Humanitas program is becoming the the strength of the entire faculty, because academics from different departments are increasingly taking part as resource persons, and it is all organizing around this idea of learned kindness and learned humanity that we are trying to deliver through the Humanitas program.